I got kicked off Facebook again. I know exactly what it was this time. It was that video with that black German Shepherd with the music. It's such a good video. I have to remove the music, that's all. I deleted the video, so maybe they'll let me come back on there. But I want you guys to understand the reason you're failing if you're using a prong collar is because you would have to say my methodology, what is this going to result in? Because the whole methodology is flawed. It's not going to result in a good long distance recall. And if you said, well, why is that important? Because it's only going to take that thing 6 seconds to get you out of its life. It's only going to take 6 seconds to get you out of its life. So if you said, well, I'll get a line and pull it back to me, it's going to figure out when that's not there. So, if you're saying I have researched, I've done all these things, and I have concluded that a prong collar is the latest technology, the latest everything, you're failing as a dog trainer. You are. The second you put that on there, all you're trying to do is micro-correct behaviors when the dog is next to the handler, or to try to pull the dog back to the handler, and none of those things are going to work. It's just not going to work. So it's 2017. It's not 1973. He said, well, what do you mean? That's what they were doing in 1973. Alice, I don't know if you're there, but this woman, I'm beyond appalled with this woman. I would actually remove that video. I would not want any bleeding heart, and I'm not even a bleeding heart, but I wouldn't want anybody to say somehow this is abusive training trying to train these service dogs with abusive training. It's not needed. What you're doing when you set up that dynamic, I've got a command, if you don't comply, you're going to get a correction. You're creating a sequence that's going to occur. You've got to factor that out. You've got to be more preemptive. You've got to say, what can I do to keep that from happening so I'm not making this correction a part of my sequence? Because the dog is not saying to itself, hey, I know where I screwed up. It's just saying everything is sequential. Things go in a sequence, something happens, something triggers something, a sequence occurs. So if the command is resulting in the dog getting corrected, you're setting up that sequence. It's going to result in refusals. It's going to result in no speed. It's going to result in a dog that's going to second guess itself before it does anything around this handler. And if you said, oh, this chick's got, 100-yard blind retrieve. Not with that method, she doesn't. Guys, I'm getting ready to go out there and do Primrose Puppy School. But I understand now exactly what got me kicked off of Facebook, so I better be more careful. It just gives you this thing that says, is it okay to upload it? Apparently it wasn't. Apparently they're onto my scheme to make money off this. Just got to go back and find that clip on YouTube and remove the music. They put some of the music, I guess some of the music is royalty free. Apparently some of it isn't. But that's what you guys have to think of. If what you're doing, and this is this new dog I got in, and you can't say this thing is extremely extreme. But my plan is not to get in there and micro-correct its aggressive behavior. That's not going to work. The plan is to get the momentum going. It's got way too much forward momentum going towards other dogs. So my plan is to turn that around and get it coming back at me. It's a process. It's a process. But that's where the process is starting. To get the dog from far away back to me, far away back to me, far away back to me. And look who I am. I'm the good guy. I'm sorry, I don't know if you're there, but that video is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous for somebody to stand there and toss food at a dog instead of sitting down. That's what if you're freaking petting a dog. My question with that is, where are you going with that? And if you're doing prong collar methodology, I'm actually worried this is some holdover from healer training from the 60s. Because I don't know what book or whatever they're seeing. I don't see any methodology. I see people getting dogs real close to them and trying to micro-correct. And I see that not resulting in a long-distance recall. And if you said, why is that so? It's going to take that thing 6 seconds to be that far from you. And then it's going to have the option of thinking to itself, over here versus by them. and their corrections, and they're constantly telling me that I'm wrong. It's like me. That's why when these people block me, I don't blame them. But you would have to say to yourself, my only appeal would be to the people that are serious craftsmen, that are serious students of dogs. It's time to get serious, people. If you're actually saying, I'm seeing these recalls, this collar thing is producing it, nothing I'd want. I wouldn't want to be the handler in those videos. Stop it. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Anybody that would say I wouldn't appear in a video as the handler of a dog recalling like that, please. These people would do it in a minute, you know. But they're not even able to understand the process, nor do they want to. They're too busy using the prong collar. You know, you've got to say to yourself, if I'm a serious craftsman, let me move to the head of the class and let me stand on whatever we've already discovered. Not, I'm going to use a prong, I'm going to snatch the dog. And this dog, I'm going to tell you the problem with that too. That's personal. That becomes personal between you and the dog. Maybe you could get the dog to do it, but nobody else can. You're not training it for another handler if you're doing that, and that's what you have to understand. Impersonal corrections are going to be effective with all handlers. Personal corrections are not even going to be that effective for that handler. That's what you have to look at, you know, because there's too many other options that involve, you know, unless these people just keep the dog on leash forever or in a fenced-in yard, which seems to be the case. Your methodology needs to be, I don't care what method, e-collar methodology is, install the bending, the dog moving in the direction first. None of these people do that. They don't do that at all. But Briggy! Where's Cracker? It's not a parasite question. Whatever methodology you're using, the very first thing you should be doing is the end result of this needs to result in a default off-leash recall. The dog that stays with me without the leash. You know, and if you said, well, I'll show you that with the prong, then show me. Because I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists with a clicker. Not from what I've seen. That's what you have to say to yourself. You have to look at these videos of these recalls that I can consistently produce in every dog and say, I wouldn't want to be seen in that video as that handler, please. You've got to figure out, it's very, very simple. It's got a lot of complexities to it, but the basic principle is very simple. Get the dog moving in your direction. You then have an apt pupil that's willing to learn. Not get the dog right next to you, do a lot of micro corrections that are going to result in the dog thinking, a lot of corrections surrounding this individual. No corrections over here. You know, that's what it ends up being. Anyways, I'm going out there right now to do Primrose Puppy School, so I'm going to be on YouTube all day until and I'm sure there's a reason for it. I oversaturate Facebook with my content, so I need to get on YouTube. I'm going to go out there right now and do Primrose Puppy School, and if you said, what exactly did you do? Uploaded that video of the black German Shepherd with music. Oh, I know exactly now. Oh, they did it fast, too. Maybe if they see I deleted the video. I think it's already on there one time, though. It must have been getting a leeway, unless that was the reason. Anyway, I understand now if they give you that thing, are you sure it's okay to upload it? You better put no. Some of them is royalty-free music. I have to figure that out, and they've got it on YouTube. It says, they give you two choices of music. I just don't understand, you know, and that's what you have to understand with dogs. I don't understand what either one of those choices mean, so I randomly select one or the other. Honestly, I don't have any idea what, because of the way it's worded, I don't understand what it means as far as royalty-free or not royalty-free. And that's what happened with dogs. They don't really, you're giving them choices, but they really don't understand them. So they're just kind of, you know, big picture, and I'm going to get that bulldog out, and I'm already making big progress. But that's the only thing I can do. I can't stop the dog from being dog aggressive, but I can install a long distance recall that will make it see the world differently. It would be hard not to. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back with Primrose Puppy School. I think you're going to be amazed. I've got a couple new things.